Okay, I should be live. Alright, I took a break earlier. I ended the stream rather abruptly, but I played some games offline and I'm sort of on a mini win streak. So I thought, what better time to play chess than now that I'm on a win streak. Okay, so here goes for this, the modern defense. I'm gonna go pawn to c4, just take space, and let's see, he's going to let me. I'm going to take as much space as possible. Okay, so first of all, I can't go pawn to f4 to sort of weaken this little bind he has in the center. You know what? I will go knight to e2 before I do this because I'm going to be opening the f file. He goes pawn to f5 straight away. If I take, I'll be helping him get more control. So if I go pawn to f4 like I wanted to, he can take. I can take, he can take, and I can take. Then he can pin me here. This check. He also has this check, sorry. And I have pawn to g3. So I'm okay with this. I'm gonna go pawn to f4. He brings his knight. A move I don't like. I would take, opening up my bishop. And now a question that needs to be answered. Do I take or do I defend this knight? Or do I pin? So these are my three options. I can pin or come here. If I pin, he has pawn to h6 and I can take and then what? And then come here. He has pawn to f4. Okay, let's say I go pawn to g3 to fear Ketu. So I will do that. I'll pin his knight. Now I'll go pawn to g3 to fear Ketu my bishop. Okay, he castles. Now I'm seeing some ideas of him taking to open up his f file. I can't take, but then he can take with his bishop, and this will just be troublesome, allowing him to control some good squares. I don't know, I sort of like the idea of taking. If I come here, he pushes. I take, he takes. I don't know, it looks dangerous. I can come here. I'll go pawn to g3 to fear and get, so this should be fine. He goes pawn to c6, trying to attack this pawn, but it is adequately defended. I'm even considering taking with the e pawn. but this would give him too much control of squares of the center of the board on my side of the board. And if we were to take like this, okay, now he comes here, stopping me from castling and attacking this pawn. I'll go queen to d2, defending this pawn with the idea of bishop to e3, attacking this queen and allowing me to castle. In the worst case scenario, I can castle low. Okay, now he captures. Now I can take like this or like this. I don't want to take like this because this c pawn is very weak. So I'll take with the c pawn. Now if he takes, now I might just consider coming here and castling. Or perhaps I made this. Okay, no. I thought I had bishop to e3 now, but he has pawn to d4, stopping that. Now quickly to sound. Interesting. So he comes knight to g4, threatening this, stopping bishop to e3. Okay, I will admit I did not see that. I in fact did not see that coming. Okay, now I need to defend this. I can long castle, but then he'll fork my two rooks, and I'll come here, hitting his queen. So that doesn't work. So I can long castle, that's an option. I can come here, defending this to kick this bishop out. But h6 is lethal. Hold on, if I long castle on h6, I come here and I escape. But if I come, okay, I'm going to long castle. Wait, okay, no, if he goes h6, there's no bishop to h6, pinning my queen. Oh, this is troublesome. If he goes pawn to h6, I think I have to go pawn to h3 myself, because if I move away from this diagonal, he gets knight to d3, which could cause some problems in my position. Oh wait, I can't even move this bishop, because that means there will be knight to f2 now. Okay, he takes. I don't like this. Why don't I like this? Wait, that's actually a solid move. Can I come here? Kicking his knight. What's the idea? He wants to go pawn to e3, hitting my queen. And then there's knight to f2. I want to take. But this is getting dicey. My king is weak, so what if my bishop takes? Is there still here? He can take. I can take. He can take. My king can take. Wait, hold on a second. And there's queen here. Alright. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying I can take and he can take. But I don't like this because there's this check. And he can pin. But maybe I should consider it because that check does nothing. My king is on c2. But then there's this check. And that check does something. So I'll capture. My position isn't too bad. My king is quite weak. I have. Yes, I. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. My my dad called me to go do something. I will block with this knight. Now moving my king to b1 is perfectly fine, but I don't want him to be able to come and pin this knight to my king while the knight is undefended. So he'll be able to get a move with tempi. So you see, this is very different now because now my king is not defended, and now I can make my own threats. Threats like what? Like pawn to d6. Yes. Sorry. Looks like a very good threat. Bishop to c5 looks very strong. Knight here does nothing because I don't have this fork. Okay, you know what? Can I just bring my rook? No, he'll come and hit me. Okay, let me go here. And now he comes here. Now I can check and trade. That's an option. He is hitting this knight. I can come here now. But what does that do? I don't know. I can come here. Okay, here. With what though? With what? Check here. Can I push? No, I don't like that. Oh, I'm running low on time. I'm running way too low on time. Here, threatening to push here and make a queen. Okay, I'm just gonna make a move. This is. Did I just trap my knight? Yes, I did. Alright, did I just trap my knight? Wow. I just trapped my knight. Can I come here to try to react? Now he gets this rook. At this point, that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm already low on time, so I can also get low on clock. What? How would you do this? Going pawn to d6 was a very bad move. I should have come here to hit this rook. Ah, lovely. Now he has bishop to f3. My straight up has to sacrifice it. I do. Doesn't go for that. Comes here. Now I can come back here, hitting this bishop, hitting this pawn. Oh, we can push this pawn. I can take. So my opponent is letting me back into the game. Very happy for that. He also can't take the d6 pawn because it will pin this pawn to his queen, and then I'll take his bishop for free, also threatening checkmate in the process. So he's in a slight pickle. I expect knight to c5 or knight to b6 coming here with some threats, which of course is all adequately defended for by my queen. He does neither. The worst possible move he could have actually done. Now opening himself up to dark square attacks. This game should be over very quickly. He opens up his king because now his king is going to be haunted. So this game should be over quickly. Now I can give him this check or this check. I'll give him this check. This one is more forcing. So yeah, my opponent. Wait, isn't this checkmate? Hold on. Check. Okay, yeah, this is checkmate. Okay, now that wasn't very clean, but we did get the win on that. Probably wasn't all that clean. I did feel the game slip a little. Alright, sorry about that. I just want to quickly analyze this game. Then when did this thing become this slow? Like, my Wi-Fi isn't that bad. So this was a normal King's Indian defense. Not a normal King's Indian defense, but it was something of the sort. They want me to go for the immediate pawn to c5. Okay, and I get this pawn. And why can't he defend it? Knight to b5. Okay, this is engine stop. What is this? Oh, yeah, this is engine stop. Okay. Okay, I did not sense that his position was in dire straits immediately. They want pawn to h4, which I do understand. Pawn to a3, I don't get. Bishop to d3, I should have seen and probably played first, but I did this. They wanted me to take. Okay, come after this, and here, and this is all fine. Oh, he sends me a challenge. Okay, so this is actually a friend of mine. Oh, this is rated. Oh, no, 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 I am not doing that. No, this is rated. It's a friend of mine from school. Okay, so this is all fine. I took, and again, they liked this um, because it weakens his king. Okay, now he sends me an unrated challenge. Oh no, why did I accept it here? Okay. Why am I getting this game? Let me just close one tab. Okay, he goes pawn to c5, which is the Benoni. I will gladly just take a little bit more space on my opponent's side of the board. Active chess GM. Okay, now he goes pawn to d6. It's just stabilizing his control of the center and opening up the diagonal for his bishop. Why is my mouse? Why is it glitching? I don't like this. He goes pawn to g6, which is all normal. I'll just develop my knight. Okay, you know what? The glitch is fine. I'll manage it. Let's go. Pawn to e4. Okay, this is. I just remembered analyzing this. This is not the line where you give this check. This is the line where you go here. And it's the best move because it prevents him from pinning. Okay, he does this, which is not, well, not the right move order, I have to say. Oh, well, I will develop this bishop and castle. It's an odd move. Usually they come and give away this bishop. It's probably still fine. Bishop to f4 maybe would have been slightly better. Slightly. But this is also fine. It takes my knight. Interesting. Yeah, I don't like this at all for white. It gives up his bishop here for this pawn, but it's not good. It's not good at all. This is gonna cause him some serious problems. Now I can't go bishop to h6. Interesting. Because he can come here and I don't like any of this. And I don't like this because he has pawn to c5. So I'm actually going to go knight back to d2 to defend this pawn. As ugly as it looks, that's what's gonna be done. Now it has other plans in mind. Well, sorry. I mean, I want to go pawn to c4 and activate this bishop here. Now I will say something. When your pawn structure is fighting for certain color of squares, it should indicate to you that a piece that can directly fight for those squares shouldn't be given up. Now, this knight is an important knight, of course. It is controlling the center of the board, which is why a decent move here will be pawn to a6 or knight to b6, hitting the center since my knight that was controlling the center has been taken. But it's going to leave black with some long-term weaknesses on the board and on his king side. Now you're going to notice me avoid castling for a long period of time because he attacks this pawn. Now I can actually come here and defend the pawn. So this was part of my plan. Okay, he does this. Oh, I get the idea. I get the idea. Oh, I should have understood that immediately. Oh, he's not even attacking this pawn. He wants to play pawn to c4. And now actually, if I come, oh no, he can't. Alright, I will come here. He can't take this pawn because I will take his rook. If he takes this pawn, oh, I have to take back because he will be threatening pawn to c3. Okay, he castles, which means now this pawn is threatened. I will also castle, defending this pawn. And now you can see exactly what I'm talking about. His king side is going to be under some serious fire. And just positionally, when you take a look at this, okay, he captures. I can take with my bishop or my knight. My knight comes with tempi. He can come here, and I can come here defending. Alright. So, see, this king is going to be a big problem. And I'm going to go rook to b1, sacrifice this pawn if I need to, and get this bishop on a1 so that I can properly slide down his king. I'm going to go bishop to d3, defending this pawn. Okay, now he goes bishop to a6, attacking this knight, and he wants to come here and win this pawn. Now, moves like queen to e2 is fine. Here is fine. Rook f to e1 is fine. But I want to go pawn to f4 in some lines. So I'm going to go queen to e2 because I want to go for this pawn to f4 push. And now he's coming here, threatening to take and win this bishop. All fine. This is all fine. But positionally, black is in some trouble. As I expected, he gives up his bishop for this knight, which is a decent move because this move now, this one actually comes with some serious threats. If I were to come here, my bishop will be attacked and trapped. If I were to come here, he'll come here, hitting my bishop, and it will be trapped. So I can't actually move this bishop, because if I did, it would, of course, come with some strong weaknesses. So now I'm going to continue with my plan to remove this knight. I'm going to go pawn to f4 now. Now, I have the bishop here, but oh, I just made a mistake. I just made a mistake. I just made a mistake. There's rook to b4, and he's winning this pawn. Oh, that is annoying. That's annoying. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's not so bad because I do have queen to c3. Luckily, this bishop comes in handy, so it's not that bad. He takes this pawn, but this knight is on heavy duty, guarding the king. So now I can come here, but I don't see the purpose. I can go pawn to f5, threatening to take, and maybe to take like this, but if I do this, he can take with his f pawn, and I don't have much. So let me go fight for this e file. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely hung the pawn, and my position now is probably worse, regardless of this bishop pair advantage on his king. Yes, this is just bad. Completely missed this idea. Okay, he comes here and he is targeting this pawn. His rook is in the way of my bishop. I can come here, hitting this rook, and I can play here, pawn to f5, threatening to take with my rook, and I have some pressure on his king side. What about here? His knight takes. Okay, queen to f3 does actually guard this pawn. Now that I think about it, queen to f3 actually guards that pawn. So I will go for queen to f3. So yeah, my position is quite bad. Oh yeah, queen to f3 guards the pawn tactically because he can't take with his rook or his knight. He takes with his rook, I chop. Takes with his knight, I chop. Yeah, my position is horrible. Yeah, he goes for this now. I'm going to move one step up, attack the rook. Now he comes here hitting this pawn. And I have no good way to defend that pawn. So I should probably try to strike back. Or I can make another threat of mine. What threat would that even be? Maybe pawn to g4. But he could come here, pinning my bishop to my queen. And then he would be threatening here. So maybe I should get out of the way of this. A pawn to f5. And he takes. And I take here and here. And here. I choose pawn to f5. I should not have spent a minute on that move. Yeah. I'm going to come here on pinning this bishop from my queen. Okay, he comes here now, putting more pressure on this pawn. Now I can actually take. If his bishop takes, his knight takes, it is pinned to his queen. So now I don't really mind. And I expect him to take with the F pawn, but that I don't even think is very good for him. So yeah, I have a lot of compensation for the pawn in the sense that I have a lot of piece activity and weaknesses around his king are many. So now I can obviously not take this pawn. I don't think this trick works particularly well. If I take, he takes. If I take, hitting his queen. He can take my queen. I can take his queen and get checkmated. So what can we do here? I was thinking g4, g5, but there's knight to h7, knight to e7, sorry, and this defends. Queen here, then he can take here, he can take, I can take, his pawn can take, there's check, he comes here, and I do get this. Oh, actually, that's quite good. And if his rook takes, it's the same thing. Okay, that's very good, actually. That's very good compensation. Okay, I didn't see this, but this is also fine. Luckily, this is also fine. And I believe I have to take like this. And the reason I'm going to take like this is because if I take like this and he gets this pawn, let's just say I don't get enough compensation. So now this pawn is weak, but I have some threats of my own. So this is not any better, but I mean, it's better than just being down a pawn. This is not good, and probably my position is still probably worse. Don't mind my opponent's Elo 2000, he just doesn't play online often. It's very strong, very strong, very strong player. If he had a FIDE rating, he'd probably be like 1800 FIDE in Nigeria. Okay, he does grab that one. Not sure if it's very good of him to do that, but I do get this one, and I went into this broken game, well, first of all, because I had no choice. And second of all, his king being weak is... What is this? But I can't push, you can't push. No, this is not good. Well, I can't even take that pawn. Yeah, but see, the issue with what my opponent is doing is that he's never threatening to queen, and I don't think he realizes that. Like, in no position at all is he threatening to queen this pawn. So this is not a race. I'm just pushing my pawn up the board. This is not a race to see who will be able to queen first. Unfortunately, oh, if I come here, there's here, and that's checkmate. So do I have to come here? Okay, I don't really like that, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So if he comes queen to e2, challenging my rook, I have to go rook to g1. And then I'm winning like this. Oof, that would have been a sad blunder. Yeah, he's going down on time a little because he's realizing that he's losing here. Um. Oh. Oh, this pawn hangs. Oh, that is annoying. I have to continue playing this out. Wait, can I take here? I can. I actually can. What I want. This is annoying. I have to keep on playing this. I thought I was just winning. No, but this should be winning. This should be winning. I don't know. Winning is a strong word. He's attacking this rook and this pawn. Now that is annoying. I will give a check for 10p. Now he comes out. And now I will come out here, doing nothing but just applying some pressure. Oh wow, this is not as winning as I thought. Let me come here, apply some pressure. Okay, he's going to lose on time. Was I losing here? I think I am. Am I losing here? I am losing. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, let me just tell him real quick. Last game. Alright, don't worry guys. This will be the last game. After this, I'll continue my push to 2350. Who's this? Yeah, we can play now. Okay, I need to use the toilet. I'll be back, guy. I need to use the toilet. Is he gonna make a move? If he wastes 1 minute of my... What is this? For? Oh, I need to go pee. Alright, I'm back, guys. Unfortunately for me, I thought he was gonna play pawn to e4, so I pre-moved pawn to c6, and I just about have a bad position already, because I will, unfortunately, have to waste a move going pawn to c5. Can I delay it? Not so much. Can I come here to mirror? I don't like that either. Yep. Fortunately, we will have to waste a move. I could have gone pawn to c5 straight, but I did not. So we have lost 10. I unfortunately will have to waste this move. Now I'm gonna go pawn to a6 because this check is... What is that? Why would you do that? Interesting. Okay. Moment of truth. Do I want to play for this setup or this? And castle. If I come here, he castles. I come here. He goes here or here. Both are fine. He comes here and I lose the bishop there, also fine. Okay, I like this more because it leaves me with more flexibility. Wait, is there pawn to f5? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Instinctively, it doesn't look very good, but because I can just take the pawn. And if it's knight takes, now it's hard for me to develop this bishop, so I have to get rid of that knight. And I have to come here, and my position is under a little bit of pressure. But, okay. Okay, I can take. You can take. I actually like this. It opens this and opens this for pieces to go and take over those positions, take over those squares. So I actually like this for myself. He takes with his knights. Surprising. I would take. And I'm taking because if I go back, which is probably just fine, I don't want it to take and spoil my pawn structure, and I don't want it to go pawn to f5, forcing me to weaken my hold of the center even more. He goes queen to d4, which in hindsight hangs a pawn, but that would be a very bad move for me to go cashing in that pawn, because this bishop stops me from castling, and this bishop anchors the rook to develop and take control of the c file. Now he goes pawn to c5, striking my center, to which of course I am not worried about at all, because my center is adequately defended, but he did not see the idea of bishop to c5 hitting his queen. And I think it's a little bit dangerous, of course, but it's nothing much. He can come here and I will gladly repeat. I mean, I don't have to. Assuming I don't want to be boring, I could go queen to b6 with some minor threats, which I might just do actually. If he goes here, or here, or here, which I think are his only good moves, I'll just go queen to b6, adding more pressure. Puts pressure on the pin piece, do you see? Alright. Yeah, he goes for this. This is also, no, that's bad. Hold on. This is a move. I didn't even consider this. Wait, hold on. This is a very strong move, queen to a5. And his defense of this knight is not very simple. If I go queen to a5, how does he defend this knight? I'm not seeing it. I think he has to go back here. Wow, that is serious. And if he has to go back there, now I can come back and put pressure on this pawn, but now this knight is on b1. Wow. Alright, I will do this actually. It looks silly, but it's a very serious question. How does he defend this knight? Like, queen to a5 looks like a move that just makes no sense, but because of how my pieces are called, because of how my pieces are coordinated, this is actually a very serious question. And I'm surprised something like this would even occur. Which is why you don't make weird moves like this. The knight on the rim is dim, and now it is a problem for him. Oh, see, I rhymed. Oh. Okay, that's very, very good from my opponent. Just want to come straight after. Okay, if I take and you take, and I take, and you take, that's fine. If I come back, you come here. That is not fine. That's dangerous. Because if you take, you have like other threats. Meanwhile, if you take like this, that should be fine. Okay, I like this, but there's a lot of pressure on my center. I mean, I can just take and I'm technically up a pawn. Wait. Oh no, this is good for me. No, this is good for me. I'll tell you why this is good for me. This is good for me. Oh, I missed that. This is not good for me, guys. This is in fact not good for me. Why didn't I just take here? Why didn't I just take the pawn? Are we serious? I didn't just take that pawn. I mean, I still can actually take that pawn, so this is not so bad. If I take this pawn, you can come here, which does absolutely nothing because I have here. You can go back and I have here. If I take this pawn, can you come here? I have here. Alright. Okay, he takes back. I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked to see this. But I can't take this pawn because this hangs with threats. So I'll take this. Bishop hangs. Okay, so now I should be in a very good position. I should be in a very, very good position. My opponent missed queen to d6. So now I should be in a very, very good position because I was able to trade off this dark square bishop, which is a very strong bishop. What? Oh, my opponent just blundered. That's unfortunate. He thought he takes, forking my rook and my knight, but he cannot capture this knight because I will pin his queen to his king. So we should be expecting a resignation very soon. Is he going to resign? And the reason I'm saying this is because whether or not he decides to retreat, I am going to go rook to g8 and I will be getting the queen. Okay, so it seems like my opponent doesn't believe this is all that bad. Interesting. So how do I want to do this? Because he is getting rook to g1 and that would straight up come with a threat. I want to immediately just activate this rook. But my queen, you know what? I'm gonna go wait, queen to g6 is here. Just takes. I'm gonna go queen to g6. Just position my queen on some weaknesses on the side of the board. Now I will have rook to c2 at any time. So this should be completely lost for white. Hopefully I'll be getting a resignation soon. Oh, is he just going to abandon the game? Well, that's not nice. Or is he okay? He's having poor network. If he abandoned the game, that would not be nice. And just resign. I'm just gonna assume he's having poor network. Oh, okay. He abandoned the game. Interesting. I'm just going to assume that he had poor network, give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, while that review is loading up, I'm going to go and do a quick analysis of the game. This one. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, so I pre-moved pawn to c6, which wasn't very strong. Yeah, he has pawn to e4, but this is not good. This is not good for white. This is just not good for white. Okay, c5 here is not good either, but on its own, like if I were to play this setup, this is just genuinely not good. And I'll explain to you why this is not good for white. So the reason why this is not good for white is, despite him being, well, sorry, he doesn't even have a lead in development. So now you need space in chess. You need space, central space. So the way you get central space is with one of these pawn pushes. So he can't come here because I've taken control of that square. Now, if he was to go pawn to d5, which is not even on the engine list, it's not good because he blocks in his bishop that he fianchettoed. This bishop is way better on this than now. Now, another problem is, this is another way he can take space on the side of this board. This is not good for various reasons. Number one, I can just go pawn to e6 and I'm perfectly fine. I have good control of this of the board, and he has to play moves like pawn to e3 before he can develop his knight to prevent me from going pawn to d4. And this is not good because only one of us here has adequate control of the center, and that is black. It's also not good because this bishop is not going to be as strong. This bishop is good. This knight is good. This knight is not so good because my pawns take control of some squares he would like to fight for. And it's going to take a while for him to go for a break on this side of the board. He's going to have to castle first. I have all the time in the world to develop. He'll come here, and I have moves like a6, I have rook to e8, I have pawn to h6, safeguarding my bishop. And this is just slightly better because white developed his pieces in a way that fought for the center much more than black developed his pieces in a way that fought for the center much more than white did. However, I didn't play into any of that. I did this, which is relatively equal, and I went pawn to a6, just stopping him from coming here to pin my knight to my king. So he comes here, knight to a3, which I'm surprised. I would just say that is theory, and I just developed normally. But g6 was best, of course it was. e6 was best, trapping my bishop. Oh, I get the idea because I have pawn to b5. Oh, that's nice. I was never doing that. Knight to g4. I took, which was correct. Queen to a4. Immediately, wow. I had this immediately. Queen to a5. What about this check? Oh, this is just lost. Oh, wow, I had this immediately. Immediately. Why can't you go back? Oh, because now, I didn't even see this. Okay, fair play. I went rook to c8, which was just normal. Then I saw this. Bishop to e4. Yeah, I could have just taken the pawn. I was saying I could have just taken the pawn. I'm surprised I missed that. Yeah, this is not too bad, but yeah, I was saying this is just, yeah, unfortunately he just blundered this and the game ends. Now let's see what these guys are saying. One mistake, one miss. I have 84% accuracy. Whatever. Alright, let's get into another one. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm surprised. Why isn't he responding to my messages? Alright, I get a game. I guess a 2297 rated player. Okay, he wants to go for the King's Indian defense. Oh, the Grunfeld defense. Alright, I'm going to play my pawn to h3 version. And now I'm going to go knight f3. And pretty soon I will take. So I like to play it like this because it's easier to defend. Actually, let me do this. It's easier to defend when there's no bishop coming here to take your knight, which would force me to go pawn c5, and I don't want to do that. He comes here, puts pressure on this pawn, and now I'm going to go pawn c5. Can I come here? There's some sort of queen to a5 ideas, which I don't want to entertain. So I'm going to go pawn to e5. He does go for this. I'm going to come here, blocking this pin. And at some point, I'm supposed to long and castle and sacrifice a pawn. We'll get there quickly. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there quickly. One of the reasons I don't really like this specific opening, the Grunfeld defense, he comes here attacking my queen. Yeah, sort of pinning this pawn to my queen, threatening to take here. Well, sorry, that doesn't really threaten to take there. So I can castle actually. Now he goes queen to b6, queen to a3, sorry. Okay, now he's threatening this pawn. And if I come here, now this hangs. Interesting. If I come here, wait, what if I come here? If you take, I have rook here. If I come here, can you go h6? Yes, you can. What can I do? Come back, which is not good. Yeah, that's why I really hate this opening. There's just a lot of pressure on my center. And you just need to go memorize some lines. If not, you're just going to be in trouble. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come here. Bishop to b5. And my idea is, I'm just going to take this knight. Because I don't see any good way to both defend this pawn and the threat of taking this pawn after I move this bishop and pin this d pawn to my queen. So I'm just going to come here and like chop this guy. Like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. Just go and take him down. Grunfeld defend type things. Sometimes that's just how it be. Okay. That's just how it is sometimes. shoot. It is idea to take here. But if I take here, and he takes here, I have here. He has here. I have here. He takes wherever, probably here. I take back. He takes, and I have a fine position. Okay, so my center still stays intact after all the pressure that has been put on it. Unfortunately, I have lost the bishop pair, which is a substantial advantage actually in this position because the center is quite open even though it feels like it's locked. He comes here, which is in fact not a threat. I mean, of course, he's threatening to take this pawn, which is, again, not a threat. Now I can finally unpin my queen. Wait, but he wants to come here. Okay, so let me come here. Because I see he wants to come here, threatening to take this knight and take this pawn. Okay, interesting. Oh, that pawn is pinned. Oh, that would not have been funny if I hung my queen like that. That would not have been funny if I hung my queen like that. I can come here. He can take. I can take. He can push. I can come here. He can come here. Huh. I can come here. He can come here. And I can load up. I will in fact go here. And I probably will also take this rook, in fact. So you guys, we survived the Grunfeld opening. And we survived the Grunfeld pressure on my center. I'm so happy. Okay, he goes for this. As I said, I would come here, pressure this pawn. And for once, I played against the Grunfeld defense, and I actually like my position. Like, it's been a long time since I've said that. Like, I played against this opening, and I actually have a decent position. And I'm not just lost somehow. Okay, he comes here now. This I don't like. Thought he would use this rook. Because now where's this one gonna go? Probably here. Yeah, you're gonna double, so of course you are. I can come here, but then you come here. And then I can come here and it says, oh, that's horrible. I'll probably come like so. What does this do? You can just come here. I don't know, boy. Gotta work with something. He comes forward. I don't like this. If I take, he wants to come here. Threatening to take here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I'm not in time with this. And I am not in time with this. Can I come here? I indeed can. Will I, on the other hand? Probably not. Will I come here? Probably. Can I come here, putting pressure on this pawn? I indeed can. Then he can come here. Then I can't come here actually. Hold on. Can I come here? But then there's here. So let me go here first. Okay, this is interesting. Oh no, I should have gone point to F4 first. Oh well, if he's just gonna do that. Okay, that's gonna suck. Now this doesn't work because he has here. Actually it does. Okay, my plan still works. My plan to bring this knight here. In fact, oh yeah, it still works. It does not. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, he doesn't go for it. Surprising. I think he's in trouble. Oh, he's just going to do this. Oh, that's such a bad plan to begin with then. Wow. And he also has these threats. Okay, what if I come here? He takes, he comes here. I think I will have to do that actually. Is he going to come here? Of course he will. I mean, why would he not? So much for my better position. He takes, interesting. Is he gonna come here? I don't think that's very good. Or is he gonna come here? Okay, that looks good. And then he just has a passed pawn. Okay, I in fact did not consider this when I was running into this endgame. And he takes on this pawn. Oh, am I just lost? Wow. Wow, yeah, this is something else. Yeah, I think I'm just lost. Doesn't see it. Oof. Well, I think I'm saved again. It does have this, to which I'm starting to realize I have not a strong response to. I think I will have to just come here. Yeah, but I see the mistake I made. I see the mistake I made. I should have gone pawn to f4. I wasted time trying to win this pawn, which was not winnable. It was not. When I should have gone pawn to f4, pawn to g4, and tried to play on my side. I also did not. So now I've wasted time trying to win this pawn. Didn't work out. I also didn't go for this, which would give me some counterplay. So now what do we have? Simply just a worse position. Mm-hmm. And now I have to play moves like rook to a1, which don't even work because there is this. Alright, you know your position is bad when you have to play rook to a1. Hmm. He brings his king, giving me enough time to play pawn to a4. Interesting. Is he gonna come here? He does not. Brings his king again. Do I want to bring my king? I don't know. Do I want to come here? To come here? Maybe. I'm gonna come here. Rook to a2, stopping bishop to c2. Interesting. What is this guy doing? He is playing this in very weird ways. I believe I can take. Now I'm not too sure, but I think I'm in time here. Odd. Yeah? Am I in time here? The king is getting in. Okay, so he's going to try to flag me. Interesting. What he's doing is not good for his position. I think he's already messed up. Interesting. Draw's a draw. Oh, another friend of mine wants to play me. Wow, a lot of my friends want to play against me while I'm streaming. And I really wanted to go for this push to 2350, guys. Oh man, what can you do? Uh, nah, I'm gonna have to decline. Let me send him a message. How long has this been? An hour 21. Oh my, did I open this intro again? Okay, no. Okay. So I wait just a little bit to see if he will respond. If he does not, 90% accuracy. Interesting. Yeah, this Grunfeld, man, I don't know, it's something. It's something. You're like, oh yeah, you have the advantage, and then I can play into this, but they are, look at what they want me to do. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow, he cannot take. He in fact cannot take. But because of this is also it, but the main idea is this. I mean, after this is the main idea. Wow, okay, so that is noted. That is noted. So if I do get past this, wow. And this just like straight up solves my problems. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. You have to be bold here. I remember why this is even bad for black. Yeah, I remember. Huh. Okay, I don't. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. This is more of an engine advantage. I do understand why this is so much better for whites, because we have a lead in development, and this light square bishop is never really gonna be good. And we also get a quick attack on the king. Hmm, interesting. I doubt I'll remember any of that, but I get a game against an FM. Now, hopefully this is not some 2900 rated player. Oh, then the mess. It's not one of those guys. So this is the Queen's Gambit decline, the exchange variation, which is actually quite fine for black and white. The method and idea to gain equality is rather simple and straightforward. Okay, he goes pawn to e4. Now I'm surprised by this, because can't I just take? And I don't really like this for white because it leaves them with this isolated pawn. Perhaps the idea is queen to e2. Is that even good though? Is queen to e2 even good? Hold on. Is this even good? Wait. Obviously I can't take because there's here. Wait, what? Okay, so the idea is to come here. It's in this pawn. See that? I can come here, or I can just go here and castle. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it simple. Like, I'm just gonna castle. Yep, I am gonna keep it simple. A thing I have failed to do in a lot of my games. He wants to come here, put pressure here, so I can't come here. Kicking him out naturally, which I would have liked to do. And he also wants to long castle with pressure here and pawn to d5. So he just wants to play an aggressive and a dynamic game of chess. And I'm not all about that life. Like, I'm not about to get caught up in the complications. I understand that the major threat in the position is bishop to c4. And, like, I castle. I castle. Before we start getting into any... This guy, what's your problem now? Just play chess the way it is meant to be played. Why are you like this? And I think he's actually made a mistake now. Thank goodness. Of course I can just ignore this again and castle. I can take here, threaten this bishop. He can take. I have to take back. Oh, okay, that's the idea. But then I'll just castle. The idea is when I take, he takes, I take, he comes here. This is hanging. My queen has to move somewhere. And I'm gonna have to come here, pin this knight to his king. He's gonna get bishop here. Remember, my king has not yet castled, so this comes with a threat on my f7 pawn. Then I would castle, and then he would go knight g e2, castle, and I'm just in a worse position trying to catch up on development. Oh my days. That's annoying. I was just about to respond to a friend, and then he got swapped into the game. Okay, I'll just respond to him here. Hopefully I don't lose the game while I'm doing this. I mean, if I do, I do. Did I lose? Because I went to go respond to a message? Okay, I did not. Alright. Oh, hello there, other person that joined my stream. Interesting. Okay. Now this guy is trying a bit too hard to be creative. A bit too hard. And this is just not good. There's rook to d8. No, it doesn't cut up. It doesn't. This is simply not good. My position is too solid for you to be down this amount of development and simply just be making flimsy threat. Now, this is not good. And the issue with this is, like, you can't get enough activity because, like, look at this. And it's actually, believe it or not, despite White has all this open space, It's actually white that is in trouble here. It genuinely is white that is in trouble. Like, his position is so bad, I could even go here. I mean, I could sacrifice this pawn. I could make weird moves like pawn to b5 to allow quick development of my pieces. Of course, you still have to play correctly and understand threats, because an active position at the end of the day is an active position. But I'm looking to go here and sacrifice this pawn, because I do have a little issue of how I will develop my pieces, unless I will just take it slow, which I'm now starting to kind of. What's in the... Huh. So if I take here, you take here, and take here, and there's nowhere for this knight to go, and my rook hangs. Interesting. So you see what I mean? You actually, despite this not being very good, you have to calm down and understand the ideas behind the moves. Okay, but beneath that, this is simply not also a good move, because his idea is to come here and or here, which he cannot do. So he wants to come here and hit my queen, which does not answer any of his problems. If he does this, I mean, I'll move my queen somewhere, probably here to pin the knight. Here is also fine. I mean, putting some pressure on the bishop and the knight, and like even just a simple knight to c5 would also suffice. So the way he's playing is not... I'm a bit surprised to see this from an FA master. Because he comes here now. Yeah, I don't know, maybe if it's too late for this, because I just get b4. I don't think he sees this. The idea is to take, then what? There is no back rank. If you come here, I still go here. Okay, I'm gonna go pawn to b4, hitting this bishop. So the reason I can waste time to play a move like pawn to b5 instead of just, quickly developing my pieces, which now that I take a second look, I probably should have just quickly developed my pieces. All right. So I see the idea is to come here and threaten this. Interesting. I have here defending my rook, which I will now do. So now when you go knight to g5, my rook is defended, and I have here knight c5 hitting your queen. There is no back rank. It would be a shame if I blundered that, but there is none. And if you take, I take, and then at the end of the day, I will have two pieces for the rook. There is no back rank. I'm hitting the queen, and it surprisingly cannot stay on this diagonal any longer, which means that probably on the next move, my rook will safely be returning to the f8 square. Okay, he goes for this, which is also not good. So now I have two pieces for the rook, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm up a pawn also, which is just going to add some fuel to fire there. Okay, now let's get this boy out. Here, here, or here. They're all good. If there's anyone I like this one the most, because it comes with a threat. And where would the rook go? Nowhere good. And there is no this, because I just take. Oh. And you have to take with a pawn now, don't you? Interesting. Okay, my opponent is not playing this very well. Not playing this very well at all. Okay, now I'm going to come back. I'm not going to come here and help him improve his rook. Okay, he comes here and oops, look at that. There's already tricks. You can't just play like this. And actually, this is a very good example of what you do when your opponent is playing very aggressive chess. I'll actually take a deep dive analysis on this because I believe I played this quite well. So this is a very good example of how you handle the position when your opponent is playing very aggressively, because my opponent played overly aggressively, and unfortunately he just met a player that kept solid and they didn't okay, and they didn't fall for his tricks. Okay, I will admit I didn't even see this, but this is probably also bad. Okay, his bishop is eyeing this pawn, and I want to bring this rook in, but first, is there a need? First, let me just safeguard this pawn. I will go pawn to e5. Okay, he goes pawn to b6, not really doing much. Let me now bring this. He wants to take this pawn. To be honest, I don't really care about that pawn all that much. I would like to quickly activate my pieces and win the game. So let me come here, rook to d7. If he wants to take, okay, he doesn't want to take. Maybe he wants to come here, going after this bishop with some threats here. Okay, I'm going to go pawn to c5, directly stopping him from coming here. Okay, now he goes after that pawn. Oh. Now I have pawn to b4, stopping this bishop from going back. But is that worth the time? Why don't I just spend my time to bring another piece into the action? Then he can come back to defend. And I can come here. Okay, I will just spend extra time to block this bishop. Interesting. This pawn is defended by this knight, so I will come here. But he gives up his rook. Well, he will fight till the end. Wait. Do I want to do this? Can't I just take here? Then there's this check. And okay, I'll do this. I'll go here. I don't want any unnecessary checks from the knights. Alright, now this bishop is doing a good job holding his position together. So let me go after that bishop. Okay, he comes here. I have this check. Why not? Let's get this rook into the game. Alright. Let's go after this weakness. Okay. What to do. Okay, let me just bring in another piece into the action. Should not hurt. here. Mm, I'll just come here, bring another piece in. Don't really see immediately how I'm going to win this, but I'm going to try to remove. I just hung my rook 2 times. 2 times I hung my rook. All right, all right. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts indeed. That hurts. That hurts very much. That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Ah, all of that. All of that just to hang my rook. Oh, that's not fair. That is not fair. Okay, I will try to flag him. Wow. All of that just to hang my rook. All of that. Oh, that is not fun. That is not fun. All of this just to hang my rook. Ah, oh, that is not fun. That is indeed not fun. All of that. Oh my goodness. And this guy is fighting for this draw. All of this to hang my rook. Have I messed up? Yes, I have. Oh, I've actually messed this up. Am I actually going to lose? Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose this game. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm going to lose this game, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose this game, guys. I'm going to lose this game. I'm going to lose this game, guys. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is actually crazy. I'm going to lose this game, guys. I'm going to lose this game, guys. I'm going to lose this game. It's never too late to sell, guys. It's genuinely never too late to sell, guys. I'm going to lose this game. Oh, that is, of course. My opponent played horrible the whole game, and I just hung my rook, hung, hung the drone end game. Oh, you can't make this up. You can't make this up, guys. I'm gonna hang the drone end game. Oh wow, that is crazy. Oh, that is crazy. Oh wow, that is it's never. Oh my god, I should probably just end the stream after that. I was up a whole road. I should probably just end the stream after that. Wow. It's never too late to sell, huh? Never too late to sell the game. All right. You guys, you're gonna pretend like you didn't see that. You guys are gonna pretend like you did not just watch me sell the game while being up a rook. You guys, you're gonna pretend like you didn't see that, all right? We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. That's how you know, even even at this level, don't feel too bad when you randomly throw a game. Goodness. What is this? Draft tick? Don't see why. Okay. Wait. What's up? Just keep it simple. Okay, don't like this. I will bring here, activate this check. Oh, there's ideas of this. Okay, that is strong. That is very strong. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna play it like this. Okay, now he's threatening here. Oh, Jim. Okay, will I come here? Why not? Let's bring this rook here. Wow, that is painful to sell a game like that, winning on the board and winning on the clock, both at the same time, and then I proceed to sell. Wow, that is something else. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna defend this. Don't. Oh, what happened? Okay. Uh, oh, that game is still on my mind. Oh, selling a game like that needs to be studied. Selling a game like that needs to be studied. And there's probably people watching. Oh my goodness, selling a game like that needs to be studied. Hmm. Activate this rook on this open file, which is good. Very good. I'll just develop mine now. Yo, can you give me a break? Wait. So he's coming here, basically putting more pressure on this. And at this point, I want to take. And if he takes, I'm going to bring my rook here. Okay, I'm starting to not like my position. I'm starting to not like my position. What if I just ignore that and go for this? He gives me this check and I move. And his queen comes here. Alright, so I'm already playing this quite awfully. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Wow, that is ridiculous. To lose like, oh, that game is still on my mind. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, this too. This isn't good. See, that's what I'm talking about. Openings like this where they are just like, no, don't worry, you have no problem. Just give up the. Wait, what? This is Bishop trapped. Wait, his bishop is kind of trapped. So what does he do? Yo, his bishop is kind of trapped. Attack my knight. Oh, he offers me a challenge. Yo, chill. This is what they want me to do. Man, I hate positions like that. What do I ever want to do? So let me do this. Let me play the French defense. It's been a very long time since I've played the French defense, and he wants to play into this. Nope, I'm not gonna play theory. I'm gonna play something random. I can take two. There's this check. Okay, no, that's not good. I'll just take like this. Okay, so this is just the exchanged variation of the French defense. It's slightly better for me because I was able to get what's it called? Uh, wait, no, I didn't do this right. Because there shouldn't be any ideas of bishop to g5. Come to pin my knight. Mm. Regardless, I'll go pawn to h6, stopping that. Okay, I'll bring my bishop back. This is all fine. pawn to b5, just okay, interesting. Hey, now if I remember correctly, which I probably do not, I'm supposed to go pawn to b4 when he does this to attack this weak structure. If I come here, he takes. When I take, he comes here, which is bad. If I take, there is no here because take, take. Oh, interesting. Oh, you just noticed it. You just noticed there's no pawn to d5 because there's bishop takes, bishop check, and I win his queen. Nice. So his position is a little bit troublesome. A little bit bad. Man, I can't believe I lost that game like that against that FM. Just hung my rook and all my belongings. Hmm. Comes here now, but this is the main idea. Hmm. And this is fine. This is fine. I didn't want to take. I didn't like this. Um, this is not fine. How is this? He comes here, I take. Perhaps I'll bring my rook then. Let's bring this guy. Support this. There is no here because I take. There's no here because of the same trick. Oh gosh, my ears are starting to hurt. Uh, it comes here, putting some pressure on this pawn. Could go here, but I don't like it all that much. On defending this pawn is going to be troublesome. How can I defend that pawn and improve my position? Can I come here? Looks tricky. Oh, that looks tricky. Ah, look at that. Uh, doesn't look like it works all that much. Okay, what if he takes this pawn? Huh. What if he does? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna come here. Queen to c7. Indirectly defend this pawn, I hope. You're watching my stream. Lol. I'll still win anyway. Hopefully, anyway. I'll still win, don't worry. Yeah, this bishop is sniping. This bishop is quite sad. I'll probably consider pawn to g6 along some lines. What is this? Okay, now you want to do this. Want to push here. Can't come here. I thought that was slightly wrong for many reasons. Oh, but now the rook takes. And now this doesn't work as well. It in fact does not, because the rook would take. Have I gotten myself into some trouble? Not yet. Not yet indeed. I still have this. Thought I had that. Okay, now there could be some trouble. But, oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, this is bad, yo. Oh, this is not good, chat. This is not good. Not good, not good, not good. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'll have to move this back, but then there is no this actually. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. Hmm. Why? So now you're saying if I take. Oh, your knight to take. Okay. I have here. Take here. And there's here, but that's also there. So what if I come back? Hmm. Hmm. Why does he do this now? He gives away this pawn for free. Interesting. Why does he do this? Okay, so somehow I'm a little bit back into check. Huh, I see.
I'm trying to touch. I'm thinking of one more stiff thing in my finger, but I can't remember where it came from.
A moist.
Sorry, I'm trying to recall places I moved to know whether I touched it.
Why don't you just wash your hands?
I watched it, but it's still good when I'm another finger. So after I touched that moment, something serious.
Just use soap. Huh? Oh, why did you resign? Oh, I see why he resigned. That's odd. Was he lost? Oh, he was lost. How did that happen? Bishop to d5. Oh. Okay, fair play. Okay, alright. Alright, I'm gonna continue playing. I get a game against a 2361 rated player who is playing the Chigorin variation of the Queen's Gambit. Interesting. So this is... Now I can take with the G pawn, which would lead to a very dynamic game. But I'm not all about that. Okay, now I can just castle. Okay, now he develops the bishop to d3. I can't go here anymore because of this. Now I can't go here and play for a quick c5. Wait, so why can't I go here? Because of here and here. Okay, that is troublesome. Rook to d8 is strong, which I like. The immediate pawn to c5 I like. Knight here, I also like. Actually, I'll do this. Now c5. I can take, come here. I can take, or I can, if I take his knight, can take. And there's knight, if I take, I don't want to do this. I like this. There's here, there's here. I'll take. And now I can come here. Here. Oh my god, if I come here, there's queen here. Attacking my rook and threatening the h7 pawn. That would have been brutal. Okay, so he's threatening here, which of course I'll defend with g6. Now he brings his rook, which is all fine. I'll go knight to d5, of course, preparing. Bishop to d7 and here, finishing my development. And he comes here. And if he takes, I genuinely do not mind. Do I have any other better moves? Like playing for here? Hold on a second, I may have some tricks. I may actually have myself some tricks here. So let's just hold on. Let's hold our thoughts of going bishop to d7. I believe I have some tricks with knight to f4. Keep in mind, my position is, of course, has a little bit of solidness before I can try tricks like this. But my whole idea is if the bishop goes here, or there, either, I thought I can sacrifice. Why can't I sacrifice? Because you have here. And if I take this check and you win my rook. If I sacrifice, and you go here, I have here. Your queen is still under attack. I'm still threatening this. Wait a minute. If I sacrifice and you go here, I still have this check. Oh my days. Oh, favor, calm your horses. I don't have any of that because the bishop would take the knight. Oh, that would have been sad if I blundered that. Okay, now he goes bishop to c4. I don't have this because my rook hangs, obviously. And if I come here, his queen takes. Which I have to say is a bit unpleasant. So I did, in fact, not have any tricks. No tricks at all. Wait here, take. Okay, let me come back. Which means that knight to f4 was just bad. And this is why you don't go for random tricks. This is why you play chess. And just go bishop to d7 here. And yep, I'm getting punished for my tricks. So he wants to play pawn to f5, so I'm just going to go queen to f5 myself, physically stopping him from doing that. Okay, now I believe I do have here. There's pawn to g5. So let me go here. Pawn to h4, stopping this. He does this. And take here. Can also take here. They both look bad. If I take here, he has some threats up here. If I take here, he has some threats up here. Alright, both options look horrible. Which do you pick? I'm going to take here. Reason being, when he comes here, I have the option of here, defending this pawn. Now, of course, I will be going down a pawn. Yeah, and that is about it. I have gotten myself simply into a worse position with little to no counterplay for it. So I'm just going to try to get my queen active. Okay. Well, this is tough. Fortunately, I have to take that with my queen. Now, of course, he will be trading queens, and I will have these double pawns, which of course is horrible, but it is better than just being down a pawn. Oh, he goes for this. In fact, goes for this. And now 1, 2, 3 pieces are attacking my rook, which is unfortunate. Where will I keep my queen? Here. He takes. Check. He moves. I come here. Check. Oh no, there's no check. Okay, then he moves back. And I take. I'll come. Okay, let's hope that is right. Hmm. Okay, I have slight compensation then. Of course, this is completely losing. His rook is extremely active. His pawn is weak. My king is naked. However, I have counterplay. His king is also weak. And my pieces are active. Very active. It is but a miracle. But a miracle. Okay, let me defend this pawn. Okay, now I will pin this pawn to his king, and my opponent has to be slightly careful here. See, there's this thing in chess where your pieces are very active and my pieces are very active and also positioned properly placed against your pieces. You have to be very careful in such situations. I don't see pawn to h. Interesting. Alright, let me get my queen out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. I'm expecting knight back to f3. He goes for this. Decent. I don't know. What do I do? What do? What do? Move back. I will. I'll come back. I don't want to trade. And I don't want him to trade either. Because I'm down a pawn. And this pawn is also weak. I sort of like the pressure I have on his king. He comes knight here, hitting my rook. Interesting. Can come here with a new world of threats. Can check. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Okay, let me bring my rook here. And now he comes here, targeting this bishop. All good, all good. Could have also come here. This bishop should not be taken. But if it's not, I will come here. I don't want him to take this bishop. If he does that, I will come here. Threatening this pawn and this pawn. Oh, we can sacrifice his rook. Goodness.
Seria agora.
Oh, a win is a win. A win is a win. A win is a win. It's not always clean, but a win is a win. A win is in fact a win. The chess guy 012. Interesting. What? Say King's Indian defense or some sort of. Well, I would take. This is a weird opening. Why is this starting to slowly turn into a Grunfeld? Hmm. I'm gonna go Queen to B3 because interesting. I'm gonna go Rook F to D1. Since he wants to take, let this rook be here supporting this pawn. And also being on the file where his queen is. Okay, now he goes knight to b6, which opens up space for this. I don't have this. Don't have this. Okay, but I can have this. Now, if you want to come here, fine. I'll move somewhere, anywhere, probably here. He activates his rook here, putting some pressure on his pawn. Oh, let me go pawn c4. I would love to kick this knight to attack this knight with my pawn and just pressure the b file, the b6 square. He goes bishop to g4, which does not stop my plan. I will go pawn to a4. If you want to take, I'll take, no problem. Now this bishop will be questioned. Do you still want to take this knight? Yes, it does. Well, now I can come back and put pressure on his pawn. He defends. Interesting. I can come here. You can take, which would be disastrous. Wait. Oh no, I won't do that. Let me come here. Guard this pawn. Rook a b1. So yeah, I have ideas of rook a to b1. I don't believe there's pawn to c5 ideas. Nah, okay. Is there? I don't think so. Do have this. Rook a to c1. V take. Sure. My rook will hit your queen. My bishop sees here. My queen sees here. My bishop also sees the c6 square. Does he have here? No, then I have here. Okay. I also have rook a to b1. Yeah. Rook a to b1 was probably the move. Well, this is not too bad. I like this a little because I maintain control of my center. See this big center that I have? It's nice. And I also have a bishop there, which is usually good. Probably should have won rook a to b1. Oh no, he disconnects. Oh. Oh, he's actually not gonna connect back. No, come back. Damn. Oh, whoa, what? He was completely lost? Damn. I thought he had rook to see it and it was comfortable. I guess not. Oh, wow. Bishop to e3 was very strong here. Bishop to a3. Bishop to... Oh, wow. That same trick I just lost against. They wanted pawn to a4 immediately. Oh, oh well. Let's get into another one. Oh, he's streaming. How does he have this tag? How is he streaming? Well, I've beaten before. Interesting. I'd like to ask him though. Oh, he's playing very fast. Come back here. Wow. This guy is playing this light playing fast. Okay, let me quickly get out of this opening. Okay, he comes here. Do I want to do this? Come here. I'll do this. Let me do this. Um, okay, now he goes queen to b6 so that he can bring his rook here. So I'm going to play this move pawn to b4, attacking this knight to give my queen a safe place to camp. Of course, I will defend this pawn, which is hanging at the moment. Now the question of the day, do I come here or here? I'll come here so that his bishop doesn't hit me. So now if he does waste a move to hit my queen, I can't just come back. I wonder why does his say that he's streaming and mine doesn't? How did he connect it? What is this? Okay, he goes pawn to e5 and it's a bit obvious. If I come here, he'll go, wait, what is he threatening? If I come in, his bishop is unoffended. He has rook here, but I have check. But I will be losing a piece. And my knight will be trapped. Okay, so I have to come back here. Wow. Okay, I will come back here and hit this pawn. Huh. Community streamer. So there must be a way you connect your Twitch account. Interesting. He connected it to chess.com. Ah, interesting. Okay, so he's basically saying I can't take because of this. So let me go and exchange the queens. So now I will exchange the queens and this pawn will be hanging. So now I understand. He connected he connected it to his chess.com. What's it called? He connected it to his chess.com. Oh, so this is where it looks like he's streaming. Alright, enough of this. So now his bishop is hanging and what? There's no way. What is this? Whoa. That's a clean piece. That is just a clean piece. If I take, you take, I come here. Brother, I'm not seeing it. Yo, that's a clean piece. Okay, that's the idea. He's also hitting my rook. I forgot about that. He's also hitting my rook. But, oh, okay. That changes a little bit. Why can't I take with my king? Honestly, I don't know why. There's rook here. I don't really like taking with my king. Yeah, I'm gonna take with my bishop. Not best, but I will take with my bishop. He comes here now to pin me. What is this? What is this? This can't be right. I just take. And like, if I come here, oh, that's his idea. He wants to come here and come here. Interesting. So why don't I go rook here? Because he'll come here. Huh. So why don't I take like this? He'll take, I'll take, he'll come here, and I'll come here. Okay, who says that he'll take? Why does he have to take? If I take, I can wait. He doesn't have to take, he can come here. But first, he has to take care of back rank. If I take, He comes here, I go here. You can't just run down here because you have back rank issues. So wait, if I take, oh, okay, calm down, Favor. You have 4 minutes. Lock in. If I take, you come here, I go here, you come here, I come here, you come here, and I come here. And you come somewhere here, and I take. Okay, so take here, and I'm not seeing it. I can also take like this, which I like more actually. There's here, then here, then here, then here. Okay, no, I don't like that. Okay, should not have spent 2 minutes on that move. Oh, that's how you know when you're. Oh, I gave him pawn to f6. Oh, interesting. Oh, I gave him pawn to f6. Wait, I gave him pawn to f6. Oh, wow, I couldn't. That was a poison pawn. Do I have here? He moves somewhere here. Guys, that was a poison pawn. That was a poison pawn, guys. That was a poison pawn. Can I come here? He comes here. Guys, that was a poison pawn. All that thinking just to blunder. And then take. Then here. Then all of that thinking just to blunder. It's ridiculous. Wow. Wow, that is annoying. That is so annoying. Here. 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 That is ridiculous. That is absolute, and I can't be thinking this long either. Pathetic, just pathetic. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing today. This is something else. You guys, when you lose games like that, you should stop playing. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna stop playing because I'm tilted. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream here, guys. Sorry about that. I just went silent there. I tilted a little bit, but at least we start this stream at 2300 and we gain 11 rating points. I am fine with that. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. If you enjoyed the stream,